It's very easy to meditate using the power of the mind and allowing the mind to flow towards the divine. So I'll speak out my own thoughts in meditation and invite everyone to join me. I let the body sit quietly, and I can feel the body relaxing, my breath becoming deeper, and now I focus on my thoughts. The speed of my thoughts is slowed down, and I focus on the inner being that I am. I am a being of light, shining in the center of the forehead. This body is separate. I, the inner being, am separate. I existed before the body took shape, and I will continue to exist even after the body finishes. No beginning, no end. I, the eternal spirit, and in this awareness of who I truly am, my thoughts focus on the divine, a being of light, the Supreme. From the source of love, the waves of love reach out, I absorb these within myself. And the waves of love reach out further and further afield, and the power of love surrounds the world. And the power of God's love heals. Souls have been carrying the burden of sorrow for a long time, and God's love removes the burden and heals the pain. The power of God's love melts the heart so that the heart can forgive and let go. And the soul feels liberation. Holding on to the things of the past has been a burden that I did not realize. And the power of God's love allows me to remove that burden and be able to forgive and become free. God's love touches souls and they continue on their journey, feeling the power of God's company. I hold peace and love and my thoughts return to the physical dimension. But I carry this experience with me, and this experience impacts my thinking, my speaking, and my doing. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sister Jayanti, for having led us into this quiet, shall I call it a valley, because we've been on our toes the whole week, and we have come to a pause. So we may start the week tomorrow after having been calmed from the hustle and bustle of our lives in the streets of the world. With us, our Sister Petpet, Sister Isabel Ocam, Sister Isabel Carpio, Miss Ellen Luna, Miss Maribel Marcelo, Mr. Marco Bautista, Fiona, our own Fiona Bohos, Nancy Morgado Culiani. On Zoom is our very own Miss Ellen Luna. And with us is Cora Hartzog, our very, very own. Welcome to our journey into ourselves. But this week, we will talk about a soul's journey. All of us are journeying. All of us are on paths of our own. And lest we get lost in the challenges of the paths, the roads we travel, let us go into ourselves once again and think about what really our purpose is. Why really do we travel the way we do? What really is our intention for doing the things we do as we take the steps into the various pathways that we tread? So welcome everyone. And with us this afternoon is Miss Cora Alforque Hartzog, who has traveled a lot physically and psychologically. Her spirit has been very, very much strengthened by the many byways and highways that she has traveled. So, Sister Cora is a nurse by profession. She is from Surigao and Cebu. She travels between these two important markers of her life. And has she gone far too? She has been to many parts of the world, and for about 12 years, she was in America to work as a nurse, a caregiver, a nanny, but all the time a traveler towards a goal, which she has not really uh, she has not really uh, verbalized until she said she went into herself and looked at life as it was and surmised what it might just bring later on. So this afternoon, she will share with us parts of her journey, the ups and downs of pursuing a career, both as a professional nurse and as a wife and a mother, as a sister and a friend to many. Let us listen to Sister Cora now.
Thank you, Miss Tansy. Good afternoon, everyone. Om Shanti. Our discussion is the soul's journey. Do I really believe that I have a soul? This question came up to me years ago when I was so much involved with some programs that really advocate change. And that programs that I was involved, sometimes because we are very busy, we forget about thinking of ourselves. Sometimes even taking care of ourselves because we are so involved in really helping change, to have some changes in the lives of others. But lately, when I started with Inner Space, there are some realizations, especially when I just came from Mount Abu, where the headquarters of the Brahma Kumaris is found. I joined the peace meditation. And then by then, I realized my my exposure to Inner Space and some learnings, some experiences, some discussions with Ellen, with Miss Tenzi, and all involved in Inner Space, listening to Sister Denise, then I could say that I am a traveling soul. Now it's like a confirmation. It's like a change of belief. A change of belief. Now I believe that I am a soul journeying in this world. I want to share with you my experience when we went to Mount Abu. At first, I was really scared because the traffic in India is crazy. And the cows just walk around, and the road that we traveled going to Mount Abu is so scary, especially that I have some some phobia regarding height. But anyway, when we reached Mount Abu, everything changed. Like all people there were so welcoming, very calm and quiet. And then the place is spectacular. So it's like a beautiful city within the mountain. So we were there earlier, 2 days earlier. Then when we started with the real then when the program started, it was there that we talk about meditation, we talk about spirituality, and we talk about climate change. We even talk about their solar system and their healthcare system is awesome. So they do the integrate. The two things that really attracted me was the solar system. So their power there is already through solar. So I don't really understand the chemistry of it all. But one thing is also their integrative medicine. So my Mount Abu experience, it was like a 7 day thorough discussion. It made me realize that peace, because we keep on advocating peace based on justice. And so that's why I keep on asking, is there peace when there is so much poverty and injustice? That was the peace that I used to go before. But with the meditation, with the peace and meditation conference that I attended, we also think peace should start within yourself. So if you are a peaceful soul, then it will emanate. It will like multiply it will multiply. I'm still like I am what's this? It's like a birth. I am just born, reborn on like the meditation and the importance of meditation and how you express your spirituality and yeah. So my Mount Abu experience, as far as peace meditation is concerned, I can really say it was spectacular. So regarding my journey, life's journey, I am a mother of four, a grandmother of five now. We have a new baby, the family, 4 months old. And it was really a very challenging journey, being a mother of four, and then working hard for the family's needs, for the kids' education. So that's why I said at the time when I was really doing all these things, being a mother, being a nurse, being a peace advocate, I forgot that I have a soul. So now that I'm retired, I have time to really study and attend meditation conferences like this. So, Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sister Cora. You said, at one point, you said you felt young and renewed, energized. I was going to ask you, is it proper now to call you Baby Cora every so often?
Baby Cora. Yeah, you can call me since it's like a new birth, right? New
Yes.
birth, yeah. And one thing in Mount Abu, for 14 days, I was really vegetarian because back here we are not yet, and the very the very thing that I experienced those 4 days, I'm so light. Those 14 days, I feel light and energetic. So I said, I will promise when I come home, I will try to really practice being vegetarian. But it was so funny because the moment we reached New Delhi, I asked Ellen, can I order an omelette? Yeah. One of the best things that I had experienced in India.
Actually, our diet really affects the workings of our minds, our bodies in very many ways. So it takes a lot to shift from being the ordinary eater into being vegetarian. However, the few episodes in our lives that we experience being vegetarian every so often really is an uplifting change, because we experience a different kind of energy when we become vegetarian. So some of us are tempted every so often to go back to our former
We are very carnivore.
to our former carnivore selves, but it really is worth a try. Taking into ourselves a plant-based diet,
Yeah.
it really is a different kind of energy that we experience.
And one thing more, the vegetables and the fruits in Mount Apu, they are very healthy and very, what do you call it? Healthy.
Maybe the fruits are more succulent
More yeah, very.
than other.
Yeah, and then we tried to ask the one who's in charge of farming. So they said every time they plant something, they do meditation. Yeah, before I said, so I was sharing that idea to one of my friends. And then they said, yeah, remember we talked to the plants?
Mhm.
We always like to have a very healthy plant. We have to talk to them. So yeah, it's really amazing.
Oh, sometimes I do talk to my plants, but there is one plant now that I really intend to have a conversation with, because I saw this bunch of bananas, which is about 2 meters long. In fact, yesterday I had a photo op with it. And one of these days, actually, I have shared it with a few friends in social media, and they're wondering where I found that plant. It's right here in Cebu, in Adlaon, up there in the hills, where Miss Ellen and a few friends. Yesterday it was Letty Lim and Maria Ludo, whom Miss Ellen invited to be with us. When I saw it a few weeks ago, but it was yesterday that I was able to talk to somebody who could tell me about it. It's really a wonderful find, and I intend to talk to that plant. In fact, I'm going to name it. I'm now thinking of a name for it, and when I plant it, he will be, oh, he
Or she.
I'll call. Okay, since she will give birth to other plants, I'll pronounce her feminine. So I'll
Yeah.
really talk to her before I finally put her into her domain. And I will observe her as she grows. Imagine a bunch of bananas about 2 meters long. 2 meters long. And oh, I felt like a dwarf beside it. I have a picture with her, and I really treasure her. In fact, right now I feel rich with her in my garden. she's still in a pail. I will still have to find the right place for her. But surely, because she is a gift. She's a gift. And the vegetables and fruits that we have in the Philippines, they really are unique. However, certain fruits cannot grow in our climate.
Yeah.
Some cannot grow in our kind of soil. But they, when they come to us, of course, they are full of preservatives, pesticides. So we have to wash them really, really well, let them stand a while before we finally consume them. But surely all of them are gifts to us from our Father up on high. And Miss Cora, you discovered the value of vegetarianism up there in Mount Abu.
True. Yeah, it was really, so in the morning, of course, they serve us chapati, but those are all like vegetables
Mhm.
and stuff. And the people there, when they serve us, they really serve with love, like smile at you. Then every time they serve me, I always ask for more.
Actually, it makes them happy to know that you appreciate the food that they serve you.
Especially I guess that was the chapati. Yeah.
You know, I had an Indian Lola Edis whom I found at the Manila Christian Guest House when James and I used to go there quite regularly in the past. She was a volunteer doctor in Lanao, and how she made chapati for us. She saw to it that she would share. You know, it's a special kind of flour that they use for their chapatis, and their other dishes. Oh, they were all so delicious and nutritious. I know. I wonder if, oh well, we do have vegetarian restaurants,
Yeah.
but I think one of the best vegetarian cooks around is Miss Ellen herself. Everything that she serves from her kitchen, oh, they make you eat twice as much as you usually do because they're really delicious and you know they are healthful.
There's a lot of things I learned for the actually it was 7 days. The whole lecture was 7 days, but we went there earlier.
The trip was 14 days.
14 days, the whole trip. Yeah.
And surely that was a great respite for you.
Wonderful.
Don't you feel more energized coming back?
More.
But one thing about trips is they make you want to go back to where you come from. Why is that so, Miss Cora?
There's no place like home.
Mhm.
Yeah, but but I want to go back in there.
Me, I want to go there. I will
Yeah.
one day.
I guess we have every October.
Mm.
Yeah, the peace conference.
There's a whole year to prepare for it. I must look into that. That will be a new resolution. Miss Lady, do we have questions from our participants? None yet. We would like to invite you, sisters and brothers out there, to phone in a question or text in a question for Miss Cora to answer. Because sometimes we want to say things, but there's no motivation to do so. Miss Cora, I would like to ask you a question.
Shoot.
When you go back to, let's say, Surigao, where you are from, and I know you are from Siargao, do you also take a look at your environment there and compare it with the present environment you have in Cebu, vis-a-vis the vegetation around.
Yeah, I do, of course. So, Siargao being, like Siargao being the tourist,
Mhm.
attraction. So, I guess we don't have I don't see any vegetables. The only thing you saw in there are, what's this, coconut trees.
Oh.
Yeah, but I know that there are vegetables somewhere there. It's just that every time I go visit Siargao, I am so engrossed just there in the town where, you know, tourism is being boomed, like surfing. And so the comparison that I can give is we still have trees there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, compared to the city, compared to here, that you know, it's all buildings and buildings and
Concrete.
concretes, and the street there is, it's still, I mean, we preserve being, what's this, an island, still being preserved. And especially that I know that there is like when the government long time ago, when they started with this tourism thing, there was an agreement that what will be done in Siargao, it's always ecotourism. No big buildings. And there is even an island, Dapo Island, that we know that big resorts are not allowed to build there.
Oh,
Yeah, it should be preserved as is.
no. That's good to know. Therefore, there will be no concrete
No
buildings.
concrete building.
Yes, and the sand will be as it is.
That's the whole island. So when you go there, when you do the tour, that is where people will stop for lunch.
Dako Island.
And then
Is it really Dako?
they just call it Dako Island because maybe just the islands behind it are small.
Mhm.
That's what they call it.
Well, Cebu is also gifted with a few islets and islands, and going to these little parcels of green surrounded by blue waters is certainly, you know, a haven for just going there itself is some sort of rest
It's
for the
really
busy soul.
marine product. Rich in marine product, our island. Yeah, and then you really have time there for soul searching.
Something that we really need
Yeah.
when we are immersed in our duties, our labors in the city.
True.
And I'm glad to know that you still have trees.
Yeah, we still have trees. Only the coconut trees were damaged by Odette,
Mhm.
but there are still, we have other trees.
You know, when Mount Pinatubo erupted many years ago in 1990, I was lucky enough to be asked to go and help a little bit in the reformation of certain areas because it was really a devastation out there in Central Luzon. I saw the coconut trees from afar looking like devastated roosters. No, roosters that have been beaten by a foe in a gambling site. In in cockfights. It's like each coconut tree underwent a cockfight. But a few years later, when my friends and I went back, oh, they had rehabilitated themselves. And I suppose part of our caring for our country is taking care of our trees, taking care of our plants. And these natural beings help us human beings in our journey, in the journey that our souls have to take.
The care of the environment is really part of our search.
I think it should be part of our journey to take care of those around us, be they plants, animals, our fellow human beings. We care for and take care of them because unconsciously they also do take care of us. The exchange between plant life and animal life, the exchange of air, that is already confluence and it is taking care of one another. Of course, we fellow human beings should take care of one another. Yes. And all of us are on a journey. Each of us, we souls, we sometimes forget that we are all traveling towards a destination which unfortunately not all of us remember because we are taken up by the cares of the everyday. But organizations, places like Inner Space, how they bring us back to where we should be. And being with you, Miss Cora, Miss Ellen, Lady D, and all our companions in Inner Space, they remind us to, hey, take time, stay put for a while because we have to remember that we are on a trek. We are on a journey. But where to? That we have to spell out for ourselves. And which path do we take? You have taken the nursing path, taking care of fellow human beings health-wise. That is a big challenge and a big gift, I suppose, Ms. Cora. You found yourself there, right?
I'm still doing, still involved in medical missions.
I know that today, Sister Letty Lim and Maria Ludo were involved in a medical mission project. They had free dental clinic in one of the temples in Banilad. And they prepared for this. They prepared by shopping yesterday for their volunteer dentists and the patients too. Activities like those, they are part of the journey we take because we take a look at our fellow human beings, attend to their needs, especially when they are not able to do that very often because in the course of living in the city, sometimes we forget ourselves. We forget our health. Fortunately, too, there are fellow travelers who take time to take a look at the needs of their fellow travelers, their fellow journeying souls. And today, I know that Sister Letty Lim and Maria Ludo are out there in the Chinese temple taking care of patients who need dental assistance. You are very much involved in projects like that, I know. And aren't we fortunate that there are souls like you who like to look at the needs of other souls. Do we have questions, Miss Lady D? Not yet. Mhm. It's November, Miss Cora, and everywhere we go, we see Christmas decor, and we hear Christmas carols. I have been invited to a few Christmas tree lighting ceremonies, and in quite a few of them, the theme is Christmas, but I don't see Christ in the Christmas because all I see are lights and decor and trinkets and food. But Jesus Christ is not there.
Because they're all commercialized. Christmas, New Year, everything is being commercialized. So the spirit of Jesus in there. I hope they will give food and all, so that help the poor, so that the spirit of Jesus is there.
In all the parties I have been to, I look for Jesus, for a sign of him, somewhere among the gifts, somewhere among the balloons and the flowers. Unfortunately, I hope he is in the hearts of those who sponsor the parties and the ceremonies. Sister Cora, Brother Anthony Strano is with us, and he will give us a meditation commentary. Gather ourselves, our thoughts, and meditate with him.
The principle of relationship with the unconditional source. There is one point of being in the universe who is not conditioned by any need or want or desire. Since that being does not want anything, everything belongs to him, but not in the sense of owning and controlling. But all things naturally gravitate to that unconditional source, simply because pure love is naturally given to all who come. They feel that the unconditional source serves selflessly, sharing, giving all that he is, all that he has. Like a radiant magnet, beyond the limits of time and matter, beyond give and take, beyond measurement and calculations, the source, the unconditional source, attracts all, because nothing is desired and all is given. The love of the unconditional source is like spiritual sunlight. Physical sunlight awakens the flower hidden in the seed without intrusion nor taking for the self. Sunlight facilitates the birth and bloom of the flower. Pure light, whether physical or spiritual, is selfless, complete in itself, always adds, never subtracts. What is unconditional, what is truly genuine, truly pure, is always cherished to the point of worship. which is probably why God and really good people are venerated in all parts of the world. Spiritual light from the source reveals to us our forgotten realities, our hidden potentials, but especially our original goodness. The unconditional source reveals us to ourselves. Then, if we wish, if we choose, we can nourish and develop that awareness, but only to the extent that we maintain the channel of communication. Otherwise, the current either short circuits, cuts, blocks, or discharges into other directions, and after a while, there is a blackout. Humanity at the moment is in a blackout. Meditation is the exercise of pure thought, of concentrated thought, to relink ourselves to that unconditional source. As we relink, a purification takes place, which liberates the mind from the limits of I and my, liberates the mind from the limits of the past, the resentments, the pettiness, and allows it to taste the sweetness of the unlimited, the unconditional, whether it is love, whether it is peace, whether it is happiness. This relationship with the unconditional source encourages me and allows me to emerge my spiritual strength. And through this spiritual strength, I am able to create a truly human life, a good life.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Brother Anthony Strano, for having shared with us the thoughts that were certainly beautiful and useful for us journeying people, journeying souls. Let us listen to some announcements from Lady D.
Good afternoon, everyone. We wish to invite you our midday midweek meditation. It happens every Wednesday, 12:30 to 1. Our November theme is a peaceful, pure being of light. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Sister Lady D. Thank you very much for having been with us this afternoon. We thank Sister Cora Hartzog
Thank you.
for sharing with us her thoughts and experiences, feelings and dreams.
Thank you for giving me the chance. And it is really a wonderful journey with Inner Space.
And thank you for sharing your experiences at Mount Abu with us. Probably you would inspire a few more to join Sister Ellen in Mount Abu next year.